All right, so I know you might be getting orders on how to make this skirt, and I want to take you through the process of how to draft this particular skirt. Now, this skirt has been in order for some people that are doing their traditional weddings, especially in the southeast or south-south part of the country. Now, this is a particular outfit by the Riverine people, but then fashion has modernized it to look a bit interesting and very, very fashionable. So people adopted it to use it for their traditional outfit. So in this tutorial, I will take you through the process of the drafting or the cutting process. So, but then before we proceed, I know it will look strange for a male tailor, a typical male tailor that does not sew female, to be making a skirt. But as a proper male African designer, you should have at least an idea of some basic aspects of female outfits, because this area as well will help you to become a better designer. Imagine I don't know how to sew a skirt for a regular female client. How will I have known how to make this particular skirt? So if you derive value, or if this video sounds like what you want to learn, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, comment, tell me where you're watching from, and also subscribe to my channel. So before we get right there into it, there are some basic things you need to know how to take the measurement. Now, this skirt will follow the same length of your trouser, but this time around a bit longer, because the skirt is meant to, flow well. It's meant to cover part of the shoe. Now, it still depends on the customer's choice or preferences. So if your customer wants it to flow, you go ahead. If you want it to hang, you also go ahead as well. So this skirt will have a band at the waist region. It will also have a side zip at the side area. The zip could be either right or left, depends on where you didn't fit, but I will recommend you put it on the right area of your outfit. Now, the waist of the skirt is on your regular waistline, like your customer's waistline. The normal way you measure the trouser of the waist of the trouser, you still measure it the same way as well. Now, the length of the skirt will be way longer, like at least 4 or 5 inches longer or 3 inches longer than the regular trouser length. And this fabric, or the fabric needed, will be more than 1.5 yards. You are going to use almost 3 yards to make this skirt, because this skirt is called 180 degrees skirt, because if you can observe, it has some kind of pleats or foldings at the baseline. Now, it's not being cut straight. If you cut it straight, you will not achieve that flare effect that you are seeing. So it's going to be folded in what they call 180 degrees. Some persons as well might prefer to have it to be 360, that full circle. So whichever one you want to use, you can go ahead. But then, for the purpose of fabric management, I will use 180 degrees pattern to fold this skirt. So let's get right into it and then start the drafting process proper. All right, so let's start the drafting process. So I have to stay on the floor because I want to have a full allowance, like, have enough space to draft this. So first and foremost, let us measure the fabric I have so that you don't get confused when you are making yours. So I think I'm using 3.5 fabric here, but let me confirm. So I measured 38 inches, which is 1 yard. Another 36 inches right here, which is 2 yards as well. Another one, 36 inches again, which is 3 yards. And then here is more than 18 inches, so which is very much okay. So here you get to know the yardage I am using so that you don't make yours to be smaller. So first of all, fold the 3.5 yards into 2 equal parts, just this way, just the way I'm folding mine. So once you fold it in this form, you are going to fold again in an angular form. You will fold again in an angular form. So you fold this way, just like funnel, as if you're making angle, right? So fold this way again. So carefully, gently, make sure the fabric is relaxed. So let me refold. Let me stand up and do this. So, in cutting this, if you don't have a very big table, a very wide table, I would suggest you stand on the floor, just like I am doing mine, so that you don't have issues or whatsoever. Then fold angular form, just this way. So once you have gotten your angular folding, please note that it must be folded in this form. It must be folded in this form. So you now carefully arrange it properly. Arrange it and make sure that the one underneath is reaching to the edge and fold. So here, after you have gotten to this point, now the next thing we are going to do here now is to locate the point where our customer's waist will be gotten divided by 4. So the waist measurement I have here is 35.5. So let's just say 36. So I will now have to locate where I can get 36 inches. I will first of all mark out 1 inch. What I will show you, just be watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. So this tutorial is so simple, but most people don't know how to do this very well. So if you derive value from this video, please give me a thumbs up, like the video, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So here I am trying to get my point where I will have 9 inches for my customer's waist measurement. Remember, it's the waist measurement divided by 4, right? So I located 9 inches. Before then, I marked out 1 inch. I marked out 1 inch. This 1 inch I'm marking out is for the zip allowance by the side. Then I bent my tape in this form when I got the 9 inches. And then I will take it all out straight in this way. Take it all out straight in this way as well. And then I will now push out 1.5 for the band. So this band is a bit wider than the regular band. So I'm pushing out 1.5 right there for the band to come in. So you now look at the length. Bear in mind that this place will be held firmly. So once you have pushed out 1.5, then look at the length you want. Remember, I told us that it is the customer's length of trouser plus extra 3 to 5 inches. So the length we had is 40. So I am using a length of 43 to cut it for him. Extra 3 inches is what I added. So now when you have gotten to this point, you make sure you still hold the tape firmly while you still locate 43. So make sure that everything is perfectly connected. So you mark the 43 in 3 points, but the tape head must be held at the center. Then here you connect with the dotted lines this way. So connect all through this way. Then after this, you're going to now add extra 1.5 or 2 inches at the base for folding, because the base we have a bit of turn up effect or bold folding, and that bold folding will be gummed so that it will have weight at the hem, right? You can decide to use lion as well to turn it in if you so wish. Then you have it coming out in this form, then you cut it out. So when you cut this out now, I will show you the effects of the flay effect that it will show, So let me just cut the waistline straight. Later on, I will shape it to give me the curve that I will be looking for. So just cut it out that way. And then you also cut out this baseline as well. Please don't mind I'm staying on the floor to cut this. It's just to have, enough space to handle the fabric, because my table will not be able to enter the width of it. So let me just stay here to do it. Then I'm cutting on the line that has the extra inch, right? The extra 1.5 inch I added at the hem for folding. Please note you must add extra at the hem again for folding. Don't use small inch to fold it. Make it to look a bit bolder. It will give it weight and make it stand. So at this side here, you can decide to slit it or leave it that way. One of the edges can be decided to be slitted. So if it's slitted, it will now have 2 panels, one in front and one at the back. But let me show you first what it looks like before the slitting. So I'm trying to curve or slant the front waistline by 0.5 inch so that it can, sit properly on the waist region when you attach the band. So let's see how it looks like. So look at how, you see how it's giving us that flay effect. See the flay effect is giving us. You see, so this is exactly what you are looking for. So here we have achieved that. Then the next you will do is to cut the band. So you measure the waist circumference, whatever you have there, measure it. It's on fold, right? It's on fold. Measure it, and then cut the band measurement that will cover the length. The band width will be 5 inches. So I am using the leftover that is left from there. to cut my band. The band, like I told you guys, should be a bit wider than the regular band. So I'm using 5 inches to cut it. So by the time I fold the band, it will come out to be 2.5. I will attach it and then it will become 2 inches band or 1.5 thereabout. So, but make sure that the band is a bit wider than the regular band, which we do cut in our regular trouser. So here I am cutting the band measurement right now. So I will mark out the baseline first, and then after which I will now mark 5 inches that way. And I will make sure that whatever I have there is up to the length of the waist circumference plus extra. So here you measure out 5 inches and then mark it out this form. Mark it 2 times so that you have a straight line. So once you mark it 2 or 3 times, so that the lines must be straight, and then you connect with a straight line. So guys, so this is basically how to draft this skirt. So the sewing tutorial, if you want to put full lining, you're okay. If you don't want to put lining, there's still no problem. Anyone you didn't fit is still very much okay, right? But most people, might prefer to put cotton lining to give it more weight, So you can decide to cut lining, then you still buy the same yardage of lining. Make sure it's by 60. You are buying the same yardage of lining and place and cut. Or if you're buying 45 inches, you have to buy extra yardage so that it will be able to go round or be full for the outfit. So I'm cutting out the band measurement. So I think this one, I will try to put line in it, so that it will give me that perfect feel that will come with it. So here, this is what we have been trying to explain. So if you derive value from this video, please don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is the only way you can encourage me to be making more videos just like this. And also don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I make or post new videos just like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.